This is Walt Brisson at Old Tavern Farms. Again, another episode of our road to the yearling sales. Today we have Doctors Patricia Alsweed and Dr. Scott Alsweed from Rood and Riddle, two fine veterinarians that we use here in Saratoga Springs. So today's a big hurdle. We take these basically scoping of throats and the x-rays of these yearlings, which are going to be used for the fast and Tipton sale. We keep our fingers crossed that all these x-rays and the scoping turns out right. You're going to get more details from our vets.
So we're going to use a fiber optic endoscope to look at his upper airway and make sure it has normal function. So he looks good. The upper airway is important because that's after the nose, that's the first line for a racehorse to get the air. It goes to the lungs. So we just spend a minute and evaluate. There's a couple muscles that move some cartilage in the airway, and it all looks good. The function's all normal.
This is going to be the hard spun colt that we got. Checking the airways.
So we're going to go in about 40 centimeters. And we're looking right in here. If you can see where that is, that's about where their larynx is within their nasopharynx.
Now in this the vetting process, we're going to come to the x-ray part, and we're going to let Patty hopefully explain a little bit about what she's going to do.
So now our next step is take some sales repository x-rays that are required by each sale company between 2 or 3 weeks prior to the date of the horse sales. In this case, are 36 views from each joint of the horse. In this case, the fetlock, the carpus, the hocks, and the stifles. So we sedate him a little bit, we get ready, and we shot the whole survey, and then we submit it to the repositories in the sale. So if you are interested in a horse, all the x-rays are to the public, and they can analyze and see if the horse is okay or not to buy, and watch performance. He can, move on to the next career. So that's what we're going to do now.
Ryan, a little YouTube kid that's worth millions of dollars now. Hopefully you find this apron slenderizing. So on these views, this is kind of a routine set of x-rays. It's not 100% inclusive, but it shows probably 95% of the most common things. And as we go through here, there's places where we see problems, bone fragments, bone inflammation, spurs, chips. And so as we kind of go through, we'll read these on a big computer and take a lot of time doing it one by one. But as we go through, our eyes are immediately drawn to the most common areas where we have problems. And as we go through, we basically know this horse looks pretty good just by flipping through. And
We can stop that right there.
Yeah.
That's right. There we go.
Dr. Patricia mentioned the repository, and the repository is a place that the sale companies, Fasig-Tipton, Keeneland, OBS, they provide as a service to buyers, where buyers can employ their veterinarian to go look at the x-rays. In the past, at the sales, most of the time, veterinarians that are doing the pre-sale inspections for the buyers, they'll go to the repository, and there'll be a lot of computers, and they log in and sign in, and they can look at all of the x-rays that we take and send to the sales companies. Now, with technology and our COVID crisis, it's more of a virtual gallery where veterinarians can now log in from wherever they may be, and they can read x-rays for buyers and potential buyers of horses. So it's a good system. Everybody kind of contributes. The sellers pay to have their horses x-rayed. The sales companies coordinate the technology and the computers, and then the buyers can get all the information they need so they can be comfortable with their purchases.
We just got done doing our vet examinations for the sales. So guys, I tell you what, how do we do? Okay, let's go through.
Good.
Scope is good, okay?
Scopes are good. Pictures, everything looks clean.
Okay.
As of now, so that's just one hurdle that we made it over.
Okay.
Till the next thing.
But that's a big hurdle because, I mean, at this point, obviously, which we've had happen, if we thought we had a nice horse ready to go to the sale and then find out that we had an x-ray issue. So that's actually good news that, 3 of them, at least on the initial, look like they're pretty healthy scopes and x-rays. Keep our fingers crossed. We don't know what the sale's going to bring in this environment, but I think we got 3 nice horses. So that part, guys, I think we did a good job with, and we'll see what happens. So as we like to say, it takes a village to grow a farm, and man, we got quite the village right now. All right, I'll see you next time.